In the midst of a chaotic farmer's market, an accidental collision over a crate of lemons sparks a love story that is vibrant, playful, passionate, and real. Love in Lemonade season follows Alex and Eliana through hilarious misadventures, deep emotional connections, inevitable heartbreaks, and beautiful reconciliations. Their journey reminds us that true love isn't perfect. It's perfectly imperfect. And sometimes, the greatest romances begin with something as simple and sour as a lemon. The first time Alex saw Eliana, she was arguing with an old man over a crate of lemons. "No offense, sir, but these lemons called to me," she said, one eyebrow raised like a challenge. "Finders, keepers." The man chuckled and surrendered the crate with a mock bow. Eliana turned around triumphantly and collided headfirst into Alex's chest, scattering lemons across the farmer's market like mischievous golden marbles. "I'm so sorry," she gasped, crouching to collect them. Alex knelt beside her, handing her a lemon with a grin. "No problem. I always dreamed of meeting someone through an explosion of citrus." Eliana laughed, a clear, bright sound that made Alex's heart leap. And just like that, fate stitched the first seam between them. Their first date was a spontaneous walk through the park, fueled by fresh lemonade in paper cups and a shared bag of honeyed almonds. "Tell me something ridiculous about yourself," Eliana said as they strolled, the late afternoon sun painting their shadows long and lean. Alex pretended to think deeply. "I once tried to teach my cat how to use a toilet." "Successful?" "She flushed my socks instead." Eliana burst out laughing so hard that she almost dropped her cup. In that moment, Alex knew they were in trouble. The good kind. The rare kind. As days slipped into weeks, their world became a patchwork quilt stitched from little adventures. Getting soaked in a sudden rainstorm and dancing through puddles, building the worst IKEA furniture ensemble known to man. The bookshelf titled itself Jenga Tower of Doom, and hosting impromptu cooking battles where burnt lasagna became a trophy of honor. But it wasn't all silly joy. There was the night Alex met Eliana's father, a stern man with military posture and a handshake that could crush steel. "Take care of my daughter," he said, not unkindly but firmly. "I will," Alex promised, and meant it. Later that evening, Eliana kissed Alex fiercely, as if she were trying to imprint him into her life permanently. There was fire in that kiss, need and fear, and something so tender it almost hurt. "Sorry," she whispered against his lips. "My family? They're not easy." Alex pressed his forehead to hers. "Neither am I. We'll figure it out." Summer turned into a golden blur of happiness. They traveled to tiny towns, stayed in crooked little inns, made love in sunlit rooms with windows wide open to birdsong and laughter. They made their own traditions, Sunday pancake contests. Alex's specialty was slightly charred chocolate chip. Late-night movie marathons where they always fell asleep before the second film, leaving a tangled mess of popcorn and limbs on the couch. There was pleasure in every look, every touch. Eliana loved the way Alex would run fingers absent-mindedly over her knee when they sat close. Alex adored the way Eliana's nose crinkled when she laughed at her own terrible jokes. Their love was messy, unfiltered, gorgeous. Of course, nothing perfect stays untouched. It was a stupid fight. Over nothing. Over whether Alex should accept a big job offer 3 cities away. Eliana insisted they could make long distance work. Alex wasn't so sure. "You don't really believe in us," Eliana accused one night, the words sharp enough to slice skin. Alex fired back, something ugly and impulsive, accusing Eliana of being too idealistic, too naive. Words they didn't mean, words that left bruises. Eliana stormed out, slamming the door so hard that the picture of them at the county fair fell and cracked its glass frame. Alex sat there, stunned by how quickly something so beautiful could fray. The next week was hell. Sleep became an enemy. Food tasted like cardboard. Alex would pick up the phone 10 times an hour, then put it back down. Meanwhile, Eliana stared at the ceiling every night, trying not to cry over reruns of sitcoms where everyone solved everything in 22 minutes. Pain, real, raw pain. And yet, under it all, something survived. A hope. A memory of all the times they'd fought the world together, not each other. A Saturday rolled in, thick with heat. Alex found themselves back at the farmer's market, wandering aimlessly, maybe hoping. And there she was. Eliana, arguing with the same old man over another crate of lemons. Their eyes met across the crowd. Alex's heart twisted and then settled into something solid. Without thinking, Alex sprinted forward, picked up a rogue lemon rolling under a table, and tossed it gently at her. Eliana caught it, blinking in surprise. "Finders, keepers," Alex called, and she smiled. That smile, God, it was the real beginning, right there. Later, sitting under an old oak tree, they talked, really talked. "I'm scared," Eliana admitted, picking at the grass. "I'm scared to lose you." "I'm scared too," Alex said. "But maybe being scared means it matters." They didn't solve everything in a neat little bow, but they promised to try harder, to fight for the same side, not against each other. They kissed like drowning sailors finding air again. The next year, they rented a tiny cottage with peeling paint and a view of the sea. They spent mornings curled around each other like lazy cats, whispering dreams and nonsense. They spent afternoons building crooked garden beds and arguing over whether tomatoes were fruits or vegetables. They made love in every corner of the house, laughing and breathless. There were still stupid fights, over dirty dishes, over leaving socks in the hallway. But there was also endless forgiveness stitched into their life like a golden thread. There was pleasure. There was silliness. There was deep, bone-deep happiness. And sometimes, when the sun dipped low and the world turned soft and golden, Alex would pull Eliana close and whisper, "I found you because of a lemon. I'm keeping you." And Eliana would laugh, tug him down for a kiss, and reply, "Finders, keepers,